Hi, Dr. Mark Burhenne of AskTheDentist.com. So today I'm going to give you kind of a mini review, a little unboxing of this ZeroWater filter. $30 to give you peace of mind, and let me explain why. So as a dentist, and maybe this is not what you would expect, but I don't like fluoride in the water. I raised 3 daughters without ingestion of fluoride, and I did it a variety of ways, but this is a great, inexpensive way of making sure that your children don't ingest too much fluoride or fluoride at all. The reason I like this water filter is A, for $30 you get a good cup of drinking water and water for cooking. And I also like it because it doesn't have silver nitride in it, which is a compound that other similar manufacturers use as well. I've seen some problems with that combining with interacting with dental work, believe it or not. But anyway, so for $30, to know that heavy metals and fluoride, and these are all things that are present in your water, I guarantee it. If you have tap water and your city or county or municipal water supply tells you you've got great water, don't believe them. You can have better water and not for a lot of money. So anyway, I'm going to unbox this and we're going to get an idea of what it's all about. So this actual company and their unit was recommended to me by a reader. And at first I thought, okay, this is just another tabletop system. It probably has the silver nitride in it and everything. But once I started researching it, it sounded really good. So I actually went out and bought it, and I'm going to try it today. So let's open it up. I typically, and it's an expensive way to do it, I typically distill my water. I have a distiller. It uses a lot of energy, and it's an expensive way to make sure you have clean water, and it takes a long time. It requires a lot of heat and a lot of electricity. This is a great alternative because, again, for $30, you're getting pretty good water. You're getting very good water. Anyway, here we go. The box is interesting to read. It's got many stages of filtration. It actually comes with, and I have one of these actually, had it for a while. It comes with a little particle tester, parts per million of water particles in the water. And these are really actually very nice. You should test your water before and after. I test my water constantly. If I'm traveling, I test. If I'm going to drink water unprotected, these little testers are great. You should also test the pH of your water. The pH of your water, and we've talked about that before on the website, is important. So anyway, nice looking unit. Probably fits well in the refrigerator. It's well made. It is a BPA-free plastic, if that helps. It's a very nice, shiny, high-quality plastic. You've got the filter on the inside. The filter is protected with some cardboard. Lots of fancy packaging to remove. I would always wash these out before. There's a lot of byproducts of manufacturing that that you could ingest if you're not careful. That's on the inside of the container after filtration. Okay, so again, not having read the instructions, there we go. Okay, so it's a pretty sizable filter. The filters that I'm used to looking at are small. This one's very dense, it's very heavy, it's well made. It looks like you have to open it here. Anyway, and it's got a particle filter. It's front loaded with a particle filter. So this looks very nice. I like it. It's got weight to it, quality. I don't think that screws in. It's just gravity fed. It's got a nice looking pitcher. And again, the drawback to these types of filters is that it takes time to filter. It's all gravity fed. So when you pour water in here, tap water in here, it's going to take a while to filter. My question would be, I guess it doesn't really matter, but once this drains through and then fills up, that water that's in there's still some water that's in contact with the filter medium itself, and I'm not sure if that's important or not. But anyway, this is a well-made unit, and of course there's a little holding groove here for your tester. So we're going to test it now and drink some water through it. So as I was assembling this, I realized I put it together incorrectly. So much for reading the instructions. I guess it does pay to read the instructions. I did notice that there were some threads here and a little blue gasket. So that doesn't seal and it doesn't thread. So really, you want to take this filter. By the way, the filter is about $15 That seems a little high maybe, but if you buy in bulk, you can get them down to $9. But again, this is the most robust filter I have held in my hand for this type of system. And again, remember, it's bigger. This filter is bigger. It has many more stages than those little filters that you attach to your faucet. So I really like this so far. Anyway, so I've got it on correctly now. You screw it in from the bottom. It's sealed nicely with a nice silicone gasket. You tie it on, strap it on, and it's perfect. It's really nice. What I really like about this is they don't tell you how long the filter is going to last, or they don't have a little LED light that starts blinking red when they think the filter is done. They actually give you a measurement device. This device measures dissolved solids, and that's one indication of a filter not working if it can no longer filter out all the dissolved solids that are in your drinking water. So that's a really great way to do it. Yes, it's a little extra work, but it's peace of mind, and they're willing to give you the tester to verify your water. That's a pretty bold thing to do as a manufacturer, so I admire that. It comes with a great brochure, lots of great education on water quality. You've got some coupons for further filters, and it tells you state by state, what your dissolved solid should be. I know that where I live, I have a high dissolved solid account, and I've been testing this way for a while. I have a built-in water softener, and I know when it's not working because I measure probably every week and a half. So anyway, so really cool stuff so far. Well-made unit, big heavy filter, a way to verify that your peace of mind, verifying that you're getting a good drink of water. So now we're gonna head back to the kitchen behind me, the sink, and we're gonna try it out and see how it tastes. Okay, so we're gonna give this a dry run, no, a wet run, I'm not sure which, but while I fill this up, I'm gonna talk to you about another filter that I used and discovered I had a problem with my patients in their restorations. But anyway, since I know this is gonna take a while to drain and filter, I'll do this first. So again, I really like the fact that they give you verification and it clicks into the top of the container. That's wonderful. So okay, I'm gonna fill this up and try and get this. There we go. Okay. So while we're doing that, so the other filter system I used, it contained an ingredient that's really good at removing lead, which this unit does without the silver nitrite. And the silver nitrite, I found, was interacting with some of my patients' dental restorations. If you have gold in your mouth or a white gold along your porcelain margins, I was seeing a little kind of oxidation layer, and we finally, after a lot of research and taking things away and adding it again and testing it. Whoops, overfilled it. You need a steady sink and maybe take the top off. That was my fault. Actually, you have to fill it up and wait a little bit. So you have to do multiple fills. It's probably the sign that it's a good filter because it's taking its time to filter. So back to the silver nitrite. Anyway, so I'm not a fan of that, and I am 100% sure, because I tried it with several other patients, and the silver nitrite, if you use a lot of it, if you use a water filter that has a lot of it, it's going to cause problems. It's going to interact with the metallurgy, the metals in your mouth. So again, this device doesn't have it, so I'm okay with it. Again, it's taking its time. That probably will take probably about 5-10 minutes. Maybe less, to give you 2.5 liters. I think that's a 2.5 liter container of water for drinking. Again, it's worth it. The nice thing about this is you can travel with it. Let's say you go on a road trip and you're going to, even a nice resort or something. You don't know what their water's like. Bring this and just keep filling it. And remember, when you fill this, you can pour it into another container and then refill it. Maybe you could just kind of have a slow drip like that and keep it filling that way. But I overfilled the top, it got top heavy, and it fell over. So again, that's probably the only difficult thing about this device. You have to be patient to get good water. Totally worth it. I'm still playing with my ZeroWater water filter, which I'm really liking. I really like the idea that I can test my water. It's built into the whole system. So again, we're testing total dissolved solids, which is an indication of what's in the water other than water, like the inorganic and organic elements that you would get in well water, for example. And in fact, we are actually in a home that has well water, and I wanted to test this. So well water is a hard substance, water, to filter, because there are typically a lot of solids that have dissolved into a water, a lot of minerals, and you can get boron, you can get fluoride. But you're not told how much fluoride is in the well water because it's a well. Nobody's monitoring it unless you get it measured. And a lot of people in the US are on well water. I think it's over 44 million people are on well water. So how do you know you're getting rid of the fluoride? And if you're not getting rid of the fluoride and your kids are drinking it, you're going to get fluorosis. You're going to get damage to the teeth. So anyway, so this has been very handy. And so first we tested in San Francisco water, which is some of the best water actually in the world for a municipal water supply because it comes from the Sierra. It's runoff from the snow. But here we're getting well water. We're actually in Napa Valley. And anyway, I wanted to test this. So outside of the home is this $4,000 filter that stands between the well and this tap here. So we're going to see what it does. So we're testing the water after it's been filtered by a very fancy hardening and filtration particulate. It's got everything on it. It's got all the bells and whistles. So anyway, let's go for it. So this water has been filtered from the tap already. I'm going to get 2 glasses, and this glass is for the filtered water, and now we're going to get some of the tap water. All right. Okay, let's measure the tap water first, since it's really the contaminated water. Okay, so I think San Francisco was 88 or 90 parts per million of dissolved solids, and this is 107. Oh, but it's 107 times 10. There is a flashing numeric value of times 10. So that is extremely high. And that's after it's been filtered. So that's worrisome. That's a lot of stuff in there that you don't know what it is. It could be some good minerals, but it may be some bad minerals. It could be pesticides. It could be many things, and certainly fluoride. Okay, now the filtered water. This is the same water from the tap. And now we are filtering. And in San Francisco, I think we got it down to 0.03, 0.02. And so we're at 0. And okay. It's, again, I didn't clean the device, so there may be a little contamination. There it goes. I'm mixing it a little bit. And there we are. 0.001. This filter is doing a great job. It's amazing. So it's filtering the water even more than the expensive filter outside of the house. So again, I am very impressed. I do recommend this product. I'm going to play with it more. If you want to know more about this filter and other filters, just subscribe to the YouTube channel you're watching right now. We'll see you in the next video.